Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention and kindly ask that we be seated so that we can resume the program. Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, a very good morning and a very warm South African welcome to the Absa Growth Summit 2024, proudly hosted in Johannesburg, South Africa. My name is Vuyolwethu Dubese, and today I have the absolute pleasure to serve as your program director as we engage in critical and consequential conversations of disruption and engage this with key thought leaders, innovators, disruptors, as they are going to chaperone us with their Africa expertise as we are guided under the theme that will serve as a compass in looking into how we could harness strategies that are going to aid us in transforming businesses into disruptive powerhouses. Now, in 2023, the Absa Growth Summit was hosted under the theme of how to build a resilient business, where a sharp lens on macroeconomic factors that are impacting high-growth SMEs and businesses was embraced to look at the opportunities that businesses as well as the high-growth SMEs can look forward to when we are engaging how to build resilient roots as well as to lay a foundation in not only surviving but to thrive. And under this year's theme, which is transforming businesses into disruptive powerhouses, it invites us to build on the element, to build on the theme of disruption, to build on the theme of thriving as well. And of course, we'll be doing this through the vehicle of disruption. We're going to map this out with the various tools of disruption, including ESG, including geopolitical and socio-economic instabilities. We'll be looking at collaboration as well as partnerships, ESG, which I've already mentioned, as well as the future and the new world of finance and human potential and unlocking that, looking at how we could break them down and bake them into your business, your high growth business at that, bake them into your pivot, bake them into the sustainability of the promise of the engagement of the future, and of course, looking at the roles and the responsibilities that comes with being a disruptive powerhouse. And speaking of power, today's program is packed with immense power that we hope that it will encourage you to convert that power into the actionable strategies that will stimulate the growth and disruption of your business. This we'll be doing through keynote addresses as well as presentations, and momentarily a panel discussion which will unpack the disruptive tool of collaborative ventures and partnerships. And we also invite you, our delegates on the floor, to contribute through Slido. Now, you will be able to submit questions, which we will be facilitated towards the last 15 minutes of the presentations, and you can do so by logging on to www.slido.com. That's www.slido.com. And if you are close to the monitors, as you see on screen, you're also able to snap the QR code. And of course, you have to enter the code 187095. That's 187095 in order to input your questions. We also encourage you to join the conversation on social media, as well as share the outcomes that will be coming out of the Absa Growth Summit. And you can do that by using the two official hashtags of today. That is hashtag Absa Growth Summit and hashtag Africa Expertise. That's hashtag Absa Growth Summit and hashtag Absa Africa Expertise. Now, we do also have Wi-Fi available, and if you haven't yet been connected, the official username is the venue, and the Wi-Fi password is the letter @ and then in small letters, the venue 2024. That's at the venue 2024. And while we know that you are running high growth departments and businesses and economies, and you will most likely be taking phone calls throughout the course of the day, we encourage you and request that you humbly switch your phone to silent so that we can be respectful of the speakers who will be coming onto the stage and limiting as much distractions and interruptions as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, to kickstart us off to the second annual Absa Growth Summit, please welcome for the opening and welcome address, John Mulanda, the Head of Transactional Banking Sales for Business Banking at Absa Corporate and Investment Banking. Let's give him a round of applause.